Musical instruments used in Bharatanatyam. Let us look at the definition of a musical instrument. A device that is created, used, or modified to produce melodious sound is a musical instrument. India has around 500 musical instruments with very interesting names, characters, sizes, manner of playing, and tunes. Two types of classical music of India. The first one is Carnatic music of South India, and the second is Hindustani music of North India. Bharatanatyam and other South Indian dance forms use Carnatic music, while Kathak and other dance forms from North India use Hindustani music. Both traditions are based on raga and tala. Raga, traditional melodic structures or patterns resulted from the combination of different swara. The term in Sanskrit means friendship or red color. Tala, a rhythmic metrical framework that repeats. The syllable ta represents the Shiva Swarupa and la represents Shakti Swarupa. The union of Shiva and Shakti is Tala. Different categories of musical instruments. Tata or Tanti Vadya. String instruments or chordophones. Sound is produced by the vibrations of strings on a bass. Sushira Vadya. Wind instruments or aerophones. Sound is produced by the movement of air in a tube. Avanaddha Vadya. Percussion instruments or membranophones. Sound is produced by tapping the leather surface on a cylindrical structure. Ghanavadya, metallic instruments or ideophones. Heavy instruments made of metal, mud, or wood. Sound is produced by tapping the surface of the instrument. Examples for each category. Tatavadya consists of instruments like veena, violin, and guitar. Sushira Vadya consists of flute, bansuri, and clarinet. Avanaddha Vadya consists of mridangam, tabla, and drums. Ghana Vadya consists of natuangam and xylophone. Patra Bahir Prana. Nandi Keshwara, in his Abhinaya Darpana, talks about the most important external requirements for a dancer or dance program. He mentions different types of musical instruments along with a famous singer. Mridangascha sutalau cha venurgitistata shrutihi ekaveena kinkini cha gayakascha suvishrutaha इत्येवमन्मयज्ञैश्च पात्रप्राणबहिश्रुताः. Tata or Tanti Vadya used in Bharatanatyam. Saraswati Veena. Veena is one of the oldest string instruments named after goddess Saraswati. It has a big round resonator which is hollowed out of a jackfruit tree, along with a narrow, hollow neck with 24 metallic frets, usually made out of brass. A total of 7 strings are arranged on these frets. A tuning box can be seen closer to the articulated dragon's head at the end. A smaller gourd supports the instrument on the left side. The instrument is about 4 feet in length. It is played by plucking the strings from the right hand, and the frets are manipulated with the left hand by pushing the strings to produce different sounds. Violin. Violin is a string instrument with a hollowed wooden body or a soundboard shaped like an hourglass. Other parts of the instruments are 2 end blocks, maple ribs and back, a neck, a bridge, 4 strings, other fixtures, and a tailpiece. It is usually played by moving a bow across its strings. A bow is a tightened stick that has a rosin-coated horse-tail hair attached to it. It is moved across the violin to cause sound vibrations. Sushira Vadya used in Bharatanatyam. Flute. Flute is an aerophone that belongs to the woodwind group of musical instruments with no reed. The instrument is made from bamboo and sound is produced when air moves through its holes. The type of Indian flute used in Carnatic music is called Venu. It has 8 primary holes and 1 embouchure hole. The other type of Indian flute is Bansuri with 6 primary holes and 1 embouchure hole. It is mainly used in the Hindustani style of music. Avanaddha Vadya used in Bharatanatyam. Mridangam. Mridangam falls under the category of membranophone. Sound is produced when vibrations are created on a stretched membrane. Also considered Deva Vadyam or divine instrument, it is one of the ancient musical instruments of India and is the primordial rhythmic instrument used in a Bharatanatyam recital. The body of the instrument is made up of a hollowed piece of a jackfruit tree. The apertures at the end of the instruments are covered by goat skin. One side of the instrument is smaller than the other. The smaller side produces a high pitched treble sound, while the bigger side produces a low pitched bass sound. Leather strips on each side are highly stretched so that it produces correct sound when struck or rubbed with hands. Ghanavadya used in Bharatanatyam. Nattuvangam. Nattuvangam or cymbals occupy the most important position in the Bharatanatyam recital. It is played by the guru or the Nattuvanar, establishing coordination with the dancer. It is a set of 2 metallic instruments that fall under the Ideophone category of musical instruments. Sound is produced when the instruments are tapped against each other, creating vibrations. Different types of metal alloys are used to make the pair of Nattuvangam. One cymbal is bigger and flatter, serving as the bass instrument, while the other is smaller and curved. This is used for tapping. When played together, it produces a combination of sounds that more suits the footwork of the dancer. These are usually heavier than other types of cymbal used in a musical orchestra. Tattumani. Tattumani is a conventional wooden block that is used to produce rhythmic sounds in a Bharatanatyam recital. It comprises a wooden block accompanied by a wooden stick that falls under the Ideophone classification. Sound is produced when the wooden stick is tapped against the block, creating vibrations. Similar to a Nattuvangam, Tattumani produces a combination of sounds that more suits the footwork of a dancer. It is played by the guru to establish coordination with the dancer. In a Bharatanatyam orchestra, musical instruments along with a good singer plays a vital role in creating an apt ambience for both the dancer and the audience, ideally known as sabha. When these instruments are played together, they create a magical environment on stage that supports and enhances the effort of the footwork and emotions effused by the dancer. Nowadays, performers use both live and recorded version of the orchestra. While the live ensemble is most seen in Rangapravesha and in programs rendered by high profile artists, recorded versions are more convenient and affordable for small scale performances. Depending on the quality of the music, both have their own impact on the audience. Higher the quality of the music, greater is the impression they generate, leading towards the ultimate feeling of rasa.